Greetings, 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 my V family all over the world. This is your chief with a different environment. I'm still at home, not in my office at home, but right now I'm downstairs. Welcome to my Wednesday message. I remember in the early days, I used to do my Wednesday message in my dining in front of my fridge, all right, at home. And a lot of people used to visit me at home back then, and they all would sit in that chair where I would record my Wednesday message every Tuesday night. So it's not late, it's early still. It's only about 1:15 in the morning on Wednesday. It's been crazy few days. I'm operating on average of 2-3 hours sleep because I had to handle some stuff. All right, and look after the kids, which has taught me a new definition of ISB. All right, so if you want to understand ISB, look after two kids who are not convinced you are chief. All right, but instead are convinced you are papa. All right, and you are their best friend, and you will do everything for them. All right, and today while I was handling some stuff, I realized one thing, and I wanted to share this with you. And whether you are new in the business, I think this is important for you to hear. But more importantly, everyone else who's on this journey of business, all right, with us, building your max out dream, or just the dream of reaching a point in your life where you don't have to worry about money anymore. You understand? Whichever the dream is, okay? Whichever the dream is that you want to reach. And I realize that in our journey to success, in our journey to network marketing max out, we have many so-called enemies, okay? Or challenges, internally, externally, all of that. And I believe one of the greatest reasons why people struggle to succeed, struggle to achieve that goal, struggle to even achieve their weekly TAT is not because they are lazy, all right? Because I know a lot of hardworking people who don't achieve their TAT also. It's not because you have moronic uplines or downlines. I think anyone in the V family can ultimately build their business just listening to the V, the great ones, Japa, Dato Sri Vijay, my Wednesday message or basic training is available. I realize one of the biggest challenges is the fact that people are not willing to change. That's it. People are not willing to change. And I remember the words of Dato Sri Vijay. And I want you to understand the significance of these words. The significance, how powerful. And of course, when I heard these words the first time, I was a young, full cup, arrogant moron. And today, when I think about the words, what Dato Sri Vijay told me 24 years ago, it like major click. He basically told me, Pathman, the Pathman you are will never max out. And that moment, I was thinking, what kind of upline is this? Upline is supposed to motivate you, inspire you, raise the bar higher. But here I have an upline who is telling me to my face, when I was 23 or 24 years old, the Pathman you are will never max out. And I understood how powerful that message is. What he told me is the Pathman I was at that time, the Pathman I was at 24 years old, is not the Pathman who will max out for the rest of his life. That if I wanted to max out or achieve tremendous success for the rest of my life in this business or anything I do in life, I had to change. I had to change in fundamental ways. I'm not talking about changing your hair. I'm not talking about changing your clothes. I'm not talking about catching up with style or fashion. I'm talking about fundamental change. It means being born again. Do you understand or not? That means you kill and destroy who you were to become who you are meant to be. And just that process alone, a lot of people do not have the humility, the passion, the commitment, the studentship, the warriorship to achieve that. Do you understand? And I realized yesterday and today, the past few days, looking after my kids, I realized that in order to be a better father, to be a good father, forget everything else, just to be a good father alone, I had to kill Pathman. I had to kill that Pathman 5 years ago. All right, I had to kill the Pathman 14 years ago. You understand? I had to kill that Pathman to become a good father to my children. I had to kill the old Pathman and allow a new Pathman to be born. So here's my answer to all of you, and don't misunderstand my statement. And even if you misunderstand, it's okay. That's your problem, not mine. You understand? Who you are today, if you are not maxing out, if you are not achieving the goals you want to achieve, if you are not capable of doing Rule 3 consistently, if you are struggling to influence your downlines, to find your dream, to keep that dream alive, all right, it is you. That means the you are today, the person you are today, okay, is not capable of maxing out. The way you are today, the way you think today, the way you live your life today, the way you live every moment, you are not max out material. Are you guys with me or not? And in order for you to max out, commit murder. Commit the greatest crime, murder. But don't go kill random people who reject you in the presentation. All right? All right? Kill the old you and allow a new you to be born. Somebody very important to me. All right? I took this person to a process of being, starting that person's life again as a brand new person. Do you understand? And to that person, it was the most emotional, life-changing moment of their life. All right? And even decided on that date to be their new birthday. Do you understand or not? All right? And that's how I believe we should live our life. We should constantly kill the old us so the new us can be born. And if you constantly do this, one day, inshallah, the max out version of you will be born. All right? That max out, deserve to max out, entitled to max out, your destiny to max out person will be born. And this is what people do not do. They remain attached to who they were, and therefore they can never become who they are meant to be at this moment of time. And if they attach to who they are at this moment of time, they will never become who they are supposed to be next week, next month, next year, or the next 10 years down the road. Are you guys with me? So change is the most important element. And change is not about, it's not difficult. The most difficult thing about change is not who you create, but it's letting go who you are. It requires great warriorship to let go who you are. Do you understand? Creating who you want to be, you already have that in your mind, who you want to be, your dream, your passion. But letting go of who you are is the hardest part about change. So I want to take you through just a few minutes of this process. All right? The first thing you need to do tonight, before you sleep or whatever, it's Wednesday, all right? Make this week your greatest week, all right? The first thing you do is list down. Use your common sense. You don't have to be a genius. You don't have to be a psychiatrist to do this. List down every fundamental weakness of who you are today. Be honest, be truthful, look in the mirror and do this. Do you understand? It's difficult, but you have to do it. List down every fundamental weakness of who you are today. Who you are today. Because every version of ourselves, even the max out version of Pathman Senathirajah has weaknesses. You understand? Every version of ourselves has fundamental weaknesses. And every time we have to identify those weaknesses, all right, so that we can change. So identify all your weaknesses. Identify your weaknesses of who you are today. Is your cup full? All right? Are you too lazy? Are you incapable of doing Rule 3 to join our club on 6th of September? Have you stopped doing presentation because of some stupid belief system taught to you by people who are no longer in your life? Are you driven by fear or are you driven by your dreams? Are you incapable of raising other people? Are you capable of forgiveness? Are you capable of gratefulness? All right? Now look at all your weaknesses of who you are today. All right? Who you are today. Identify those weaknesses. Write it down. And that is what you must kill today on Wednesday. Kill those weaknesses. Now, how do you kill those weaknesses? The first step is identify your weaknesses. If you are incapable of identifying your weaknesses, you will never max out. You will never be a leader. You will never build an organization under the great leadership of Japa and Dato Sri Vijay. You understand? You will never be a person that people will follow, listen to, and you will not be able of changing lives around the world. Do you understand? Please, if you are incapable of identifying your own weaknesses, so the first thing you do is you identify those weaknesses. And the second stage is you must kill those weaknesses. And how do you kill those weaknesses? Is you find out what you want to be opposite of that weakness. If your weakness is arrogance, you want to be humble. If your weakness is full cup, you want to be empty cup. If your weakness is I don't listen, you want to start listening. If your weakness is I'm not consistent, you want to start being consistent. If your weakness I'm not doing Rule 3, you must do Rule 3 in August. If your weakness you are bad upline, become a good upline. It's all common sense, correct? Identify your weaknesses, whoever you are. V Partner, AVP, VC, VEL, Core, Alliance. I don't care what your titles are. We all have weaknesses. Do you understand? And Dato Sri Vijay, told me about my weaknesses just 2 days ago. And I've been a student for 26 years. And I still have weaknesses that I want to kill so that a new Pathman can start life tomorrow. That a new Pathman can speak at the VCon in September. Do you understand? My goal is to be a new Pathman every single day if possible. Are you guys with me? That's my goal. Now identify those weaknesses. Identify those weaknesses and put a plan of action to kill those weaknesses so a brand new version of you can be born. Are you guys with me? All right? As simple as that. If you talk too much and don't listen, all right? Create a process. Change your screensaver. Write in the mirror. Okay? All right? Whatever. Write in your car mirror. Is that logical? Yes. Write in your car mirror. All right, talk less, listen more. Do you understand or not? Just keep reminding. Make a t-shirt. If I talk too much, stop me. Do you understand or not? All right? And walk around town and get your best friends to call you every 30 minutes. Did you talk too much today? Do you understand or not? All right? Identify your weaknesses and overcome it. If you're not doing Rule 3, shut up and do Rule 3. All right? And then make sure you qualify for September 6th Rule 3 Club. And kill those weaknesses. And when you kill those weaknesses, you kill the old you, and the new you will be born. And from the day you signed up in QNet, till the day you become a consistent max out king or queen, I think you have to be a serial killer. You understand? Not a normal killer. You have to be a serial killer. You have to kill the old you, not 10 times, maybe hundreds of times. Do you understand? So the max out version of you can be born. And only when the max out version of you is born will you max out consistently. And when you max out consistently, you have to kill that version of yourself also to be born again as a triple tracking center max out you, 3 tracking center max out version of yourself, or a great leader version of yourself, all right, or a better leadership version of yourself, or more in service, more empty cup. So I believe one of the fundamental reasons why people do not achieve their goals is because the version of who they are will never achieve that goal. Only when you change enough, only when you evolve enough, only when you overcome your weaknesses consistently by identifying them, putting a plan of action and changing yourself, will you reach the goals you want to achieve. So if you ask me now, Chief, how did you become who you are today? My answer is, I was a serial killer. I killed many versions of the old Pathman to become this Pathman. And for the next 10, 15, 20 years, I have to kill many versions of this Pathman to become the Pathman I'm truly meant to be. Are you guys with me or not? So going back to the words of Dato Sri Vijay says, the Pathman you are today will never max out. Become a new Pathman and a newer Pathman and a newer Pathman. And one day you will become that Pathman who will max out for many years, many generations to come. Those words today make ultimate sense. If you don't change consistently, if you don't identify your weakness consistently, all right, you're far from your goal. So guys, on this Wednesday message, change. Keep changing. Keep evolving. Look within yourself. Identify your weaknesses. Every day if you have that ability, and keep changing. And one day, if you ask me, when will you max out? When the max out version of yourself, when the max out version of yourself is born, you will max out. Love you guys.